Hello everybody, my name is Hannah, if you don't know. If you do, great. There's at least 9 of you who know my name. Anyway, a couple of you have been asking me to do makeup tutorials on the looks that I've been doing, or requesting specific looks. I had a request for a Halloween costume for a friend of mine, and she asked for Cruella de Vil. I'm stoked about it. I've never done it. It's my first time, so you're learning as I'm learning. I will take you step by step with what products that I'm using. However, I am going to do my foundation and block out my eyebrows off screen because I might do another video on how I do that. However, I will let you know the products that I use. First is Elmer's glue stick. I use the purple one because I can see it dry. You can also use the clear one, but it has to be the stick. Or you can use Prozaid. I don't have that at the moment. Also, translucent powder, baby powder. This is what you're going to use. I use Ben Nye's Neutral Set. It's my favorite. I love it. And then I go over everything with Makeup Forever Matte Velvet. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to get started. I thought I would walk you quickly through this process. I start by using a sponge to go over my brows with rubbing alcohol. This will make it dry and lift any oils in the skin. I go through the brows with the glue stick, let them dry, and then press the translucent powder into the brows with a pressing motion. Don't sweep. I do this about 3 to 4 times. Could be less, it could be more. It depends on your density of your brows. Then it's foundation time. Everything but the brows. Press some concealer in them and go over with foundation afterwards. Looking good. Oh, my dad. And to finish, press some translucent powder all over everything to set. Here we go. So I have my brows blocked out. I have my foundation all over. I use like my everyday foundation, which is, like I said, the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet in 25, aka Ghost. There are a couple options that you can do. You could do, because we are doing a smoky eye, because Cruella, I feel, has like green all the way up to her very high arched eyebrows. I don't think I like that for me, for my Cruella de Vil. So we're gonna do like a smoky eye and then break it up with some dark green so it'll have that sheen to it. You can either do that before you do your foundation, whatever you feel more comfortable. I like doing mine after. I can always put translucent powder under and make sure I can sweep that up if there's any fallout or anything like that. However, I don't know if any of you have been using Melt. I'm obsessed. It's one of my favorites. We're probably going to use a lot of the Dark Matter stack, but I'm going to use literally Dark Matter. It's just a flat black. I'm obsessed with it. Barely any fallout. So I put a translucent powder all over my face, so that way it'll go on really smoothly. Yeah. So let's get started. This one's from Target. One of the Sonia Kaznick. I don't know how to say it, but that's what I have. I'm gonna go ahead and tap that lightly into the dark matter shadow, and I always flick it to get any excess. So if there is any fallout, it won't fall on my face. So what I'm gonna do. So I'm going to start at my lash line. I always start in the middle. I don't know why. That's just what I do. But I'm going to press it. You don't want to swish it. So the denser the brush, the more product it is going to hold on it. So that's the general shape I'm going for her eyeshadow. I'm going to do the other side. So once you have those two sides, done with your dark. I always leave those brushes out. I also have a thing called Color Switch by Vera Mono. These people are gods, and they created this lovely little thing. So when you're done using a color, you can literally just swish it around on this bad boy. Are you kidding me? This is definitely something I think I got at a craft store. I don't know. I'm gonna go with a brown to blend this out, and then we'll go back through to make sure everything is honky-dory. Not so harsh. Not so hard, you mean thing. That is a quote from a Disney movie, and if you know it, leave it in the comments below. When you're doing makeup over your natural lashes, brows, golly, sometimes they can be a bugger to do makeup over. That's why we use a translucent powder, so it gives it a smoother finish. Now, I'm going to blend it some more with a different brush. So this one is, again, one of those ones from Target. Great. I think they're like 40 bucks for like a nice little set. Anyway, this is a naked brush. There's no product on it whatsoever. It's literally just to make sure that I have the shape that I want. Nice and even shape, or at least I think it's even. That's what I got. So I have a couple greens. I wish I could tell you which Morphe palette this was. I have no idea. I got it with my kit when I went to school for it. But I'm using this lovely green here. So I'm taking that same brush, but I did go through the color switch. And I'm going to pat this kind of in the middle of the lid and bring it up. Okay, so now it kind of gives it a little shimmer of green. Reason being I am not blending this out is because I'm going to put a couple different greens on top of it, and I want to make sure that they're blended. If that makes sense. This is one of MAC's Pure Pigments in Golden Olive. I'm going to use another pigment by MAC, the Trolls one, and if anybody knows me, you know I love saying trolls. I call my child a troll. I call little kids trolls in chartreuse. Also, I love that color. I think it's amazing. It's very similar to the last one we used. It's just a little lighter, and I think it'll brighten things up. We're going to go back to our naked brush, which kind of has a little bit of leftover of the green and from Morphe and the dark matter stack, and we're just going to start blending up the top. Here's one of my favorite little brushes, again from that Target brand. I don't know if you can see it. It's really stubby and it's really flat, which is really good for eyeliner. I'm going to go into that dark green from the Morphe palette and just sweep right underneath my eye, very lightly. Just very light. And kind of connect it into your eyeshadow that you already have. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put some mascara on. I use Smashbox Full Exposure. All right, we're getting there. I'm feeling kind of Cruella-ish, but I really think I'm gonna feel Cruella-ish once I have my brows on my face. I don't really like this eyeliner, but I would use a pencil whenever you're doing something drastic, or if you're doing something fantasy, if you're plotting out something. I would start with a pencil because it's easier to get off your face if you mess up or what have you. And then I would use either your paint or your liquid or your gel liner to seal it, but this is nice just for a sketch. Just a felt tip liner, and we're just going to go again, just trace what you got. Teeny tiny, not teeny, pretty small concealer. Before we do the bottom half of our face, I'm going to go ahead and do my lashes. There's a couple tricks to lashes. If you love them, hate them, in the middle, indifferent, not gonna wear them, I get all of the above. Totally understand. That makes a lot of sense to me. Some people hate them, but I happen to love them. Also, I don't apply them with tweezers. However, I do adjust them with tweezers, if that makes any sense at all. At all. Duo glue is the best. I'm actually going to use my Kat Von D locket. It is specifically for foundation purposes, but it's really, really light. As it turns out, so am I. This is actually dark for me. However, I think I want to use it under my eye as a concealer. I hate these. I hate them. I use it literally just for this. Beep, 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 beep. Call it a day. I'm gonna do her nose because her nose is a little turnip. And I think it would be cute to do that. Again, this one was the naked one from before. I'm gonna use it now. And I'm gonna use, you know, I don't know the name of this, Unseen by Melt from the Dark Matter stack. And we are going to go down the side of your nose. Now because it's turnip, this is, I don't know if you can see that. I love them. Remember, the more dense the brush, the more product is going on. So I'm gonna lightly tap. Just a rounder shape. Now something that I thought would look really cool. Again, I've never done this, so let's try it. I wanted her to have, like, she has like triangle nostrils. Like, God bless her. She's so cool. Much cooler than me. So now what I thought, because she's got that like, well, I have a very oval face. That's not gonna work. So with contouring and shadows and lights, that's what's going to help us create the look. This is the general face shape that I wanted. She's just so edged out. I didn't think that just having her face like this would be enough. And I'm really glad that I decided that, because now I'm just going to fill it in a little bit, and then I'll fill it in a lot of it. And then you can obviously fade out. You can cut into your collarbones doing something very similar. I think that would be really fun. But that is definitely the general idea. And again, I'm just going to go through and just sharpen that up a little bit. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I'm actually pretty amped about it. The reason why I cut it off is because I wanted it to look, I still wanted the outline even when I'm looking forward. A little bit of blush. It's in a, like, it's called Rose Rust. And then we'll leave it on our way. I use lip brush, Ruby Woo, duh. Thanks for watching. Think you're great. If you enjoyed this video, which I don't know, but if you did, I'm gonna get better and we're gonna continue doing this. Please leave comments and likes and below. That would be awesome, so I can know that people are watching and I can understand what you guys want, what you guys don't want, what you hate, what you love. Thank you. Also, this is me beginning this adventure in my life. I've not really gotten into fantasy makeup before, so you're great. I'm great. I'm great as a mean old bitch who steals puppies.